how's it going? So Erin, Benjamin, and I are heading down to the garden center right now. I've got some of Benjamin's leftover birthday cupcakes I'm gonna deliver, but I also want to pick out a few new houseplants. We are 5 days away from the birth of our baby girl, and I feel the need to have some fresh houseplants. I don't know why. How's it going? Did you have a good nap today? Are you all stoved up?
Wow, listen to this. There was water pooled on the tonneau cover, and it sounded like somebody was peeing. I was like,
who would have been out there peeing?
I don't know, but I just heard that and I was like, what in the world?
How funny. Hey Siri, define nesting. Nesting during pregnancy is the overwhelming desire to get your home ready for your new baby.
Overwhelming?
And by getting my home ready, I mean new houseplants.
If something's overwhelming for you, it basically means that you're an unstoppable force.
You take that back.
Take that back.
Yeah, exactly. Benjamin knows. You ready to see Nana and Papa Bud? You got him?
Yeah.
It's because you want to eat one, huh?
I do want to eat one.
Okay, gotta hold my hand, baby, to go across the street. Very soon, these sidewalks are gonna be full of flowers.
Bye-bye.
Good job, buddy.
Maya, he's upstairs.
There you go. Let's go see if she's up here. Let's go look down here. I don't think she's up here.
He's hiding.
Yeah. Okay.
He's this way.
Maybe she is. I see her. Gotta be louder, bud.
Hi, Nana. Yes. Hi, sweetheart. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going.
Oh, I see some pansies that have color.
Aren't they beautiful?
So these are carryover from fall?
They are.
Wow.
Hello.
Look at these. Oh, aren't we all craving this right now? Oh, so nice.
Oh,
What a perfect day to stay out here and groom stuff.
oh, it's just beautiful.
Yeah,
Makes me happy. Look at all the bulbs.
pretty hyacinths and
Yeah.
such. I like seeing all of these little evergreens too. Oh, you got pyracantha back here. It's got some pretty orange berries on it. Ooh, we got ferns over here, bud. Beautiful ferns. Look at these. Ooh, Japanese tassel ferns. There's a heart's tongue fern right there. What else we got? Western sword fern. Right here, there's a maidenhair fern, Himalayan fern. Wow. Of course, the carex always looks good. You didn't have to carry over very many things this last year.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Look how tall he is. Look.
Oh,
Look how tall.
you're so tall.
Look how tall. Okay. Oh,
Nana's teaching you how to bend the truth.
that's when you're 3 years old.
Nice. Well, we came down to look at houseplants because I have a few areas I need to refresh.
Yes. Does
So,
Benjamin want to stay out here?
do you want to stay out here with Nana while I pick out some houseplants?
Okay, let's go play. Let's go play.
Sounds like a good idea to me. I'll be back in a little bit. Gosh, I don't know what temperature it is out here right now, but we woke up to a snow floor and then look at it now. I think it was supposed to get somewhere close to 48 degrees today, and it does feel it. The sun feels amazing. I think that's maybe one of the reasons that makes me feel so energetic right now, because I kind of feel that like spring edge in the air. So I think we'll just do kind of a little houseplant tour-ish while I look for houseplants to bring home. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start in the back sunroom instead of up front because most of the plants are back here. And there's some gorgeous ones. They just recently got a new load in. I mean, look at these anthuriums, look how bright and beautiful. But I'm thinking something, I saw these the other day, and I've been thinking about getting one of these peperomias. It's called Frost. Beautiful silver overlay on the green leaves. I'm thinking one of these will be perfect. Should probably start a pile in the back. So here's where I will put my pile for now. That's a good start. Okay, so starting back where I just picked that peperomia back up, I'm really looking for plants that don't need intense sunlight. I've got some spots with bright light, but not direct light, so I'm gonna probably steer away from succulents and things like that. Maybe we'll do some ferns and pothos possibly. You can see the nice peace lilies right there. Chinese evergreens, staghorn ferns back here. These look nice, don't they? German wax ivy. Oh, that's pretty. I think I've got a topiary form we could maybe, I don't know. I think I have ivy at home already. These kinds of things are always really interesting to me, the Aralias. I never had super great luck taking care of these though. You guys will have to give me some tips. And this terrarium is beautiful. So it's like all one piece, but you've got two sections where you can plant them up a little bit differently. I love that. All right, let's swing around the back side here. Ferns are hit and miss for me. Sometimes I get them and they thrive, and sometimes I get them and they immediately drop leaves and they're just a huge mess and a pain. These look really healthy. So this is the section I'm gonna be mostly staying away from. There's some beautiful stuff though. I mean, the string of bananas. I think some of these things were here during our last houseplant tour, and some are new. Ooh, I like these. Look at how pretty that is. What kind of Dracaena is this? It's like, looks kind of curly. I think I maybe need to have one of these. Isn't that pretty? It's late afternoon right now, so we're getting a lot of sunshine in here, which the plants are probably loving, soaking it in. Beautiful cactus. And then here is the wall of stringy plants. String of bananas. There were some string of pearls in here. Oh, they were over on this side. Oh, these are string of beans. Those are cool. Look at how healthy those look. Sorry about all the light flare in the lens. Big, beautiful aloes. I actually saw these the other day too, and this is another one I want to get. This is a fern called a Leslie. Look how pretty that is. Well, 3 plants might be just enough for today. I'm gonna take one more quick spin around to see if there's anything else that catches my eye. I do have one spot that needs a large plant, like kind of a tree-shaped something, but I don't see anything real big here at the moment. I might have to get one of these just because I keep looking at them. I've never grown one before. That is a beautiful grouping. And I think 4 is just the right amount. All right, got my box full of plants, and we are heading home to get these all potted up.
And the express train?
You wanna go watch the express train? Mm-hmm. Polar Express?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we are home now, and I think I wanna repot these in the greenhouse because it's so gorgeous out here today. Let's scope out the situation in here. Oh yeah, it's nice in here. Oh, also look at this. This is in preparation for seed starting season. We actually buy all of those through True Value, and we can have them shipped right to the store and we can pick them up, because my dad is having a really hard time getting a hold of the bigger bags of seed starter mix. He can get the smaller ones, but I go through it so fast that it's a really efficient way to do it. And this right here is for filming purposes. A lot of the time we have it kind of suspended from the ceiling right here. Look at that, we got to replace our plastic this year. Got a tear. Anyway, it provides like a little bit of protection from the sun. It diffuses the light a little bit. It's been really helpful. But I am super happy with this mix of plants. I think that they're going to be really pretty. I think they're going to go all on a dresser in Erin and my bedroom. But I got to go find some pots for them real quick. And potting soil. And I think I can just use regular potting soil for all 4 of them. Okie dokie. I don't think I want to go all terracotta. I think I want to do a mixture. The peperomia might be pretty in this one. Or it might be a little bit too of the same color, like silver and gray. That would be nice for one of them. You know what? I think I'm going to take this gray one, because it's a little bit different. One of the rolled rim terracottas, which is the one on the top of the stack there. And then maybe one terracotta that's got a little height, so that they're all different. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I love it. That is an absolute beauty. Didn't those turn out pretty? It is so satisfying to go pick up fresh houseplants this time of year that have a really nice shape, no leaf damage, really nice color. Now I did go grab this container. I didn't initially grab it because I was thinking it might be too much gray, but I'm really liking the gray pots. Russell, what are you doing? What are you doing up there? No wonder we get holes in our fabric. You see his thumbs? Kind of silhouettes. Anyway, I picked up this little obelisk and this gray container at a nursery called Far West in Boise, oh, maybe like a year or two ago. And then these two containers are from Unique Stone from down at the garden center. Of course, this one's down from the garden center as well. And I really like the rolled rim terracotta. I think it's simple, but it's got enough detail to look a little bit more elevated in design. And I did put the tag in front of each one of these so you guys could see again. This is the Leslie Fern. Then we've got the Peperomia Frost. There's the tag, the gorgeous plant. And this is a Dracaena. I am not sure exactly what variety. Is it like lemon lime or Dracaena variegata? We'll just call it Dracaena variegata. That's safe. And then the green Cascade Dischidia. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. In fact, this one I've never grown before. However, I do believe that these are all gonna really thrive in the same kind of light conditions. All of them want kind of like medium to bright indirect light. No direct sun, which is perfect. And then I will probably keep these on a, like the Peperomia and the Dischidia, maybe an every 2-week watering schedule. And then the Dracaena and the Fern will get water once a week. And of course that watering schedule may change depending on how they take to their new spot. In fact, most of the time, and I think I've said it before, like it's a good idea to wait to top dress your soil until you've had a chance to kind of gauge the moisture level in your soil over the course of time to see how long it maintains its moisture. It's just easier instead of having to lift the moss up or stick your finger down in there, that sort of thing. It usually just takes a couple of weeks and then you kind of get to know your plant a little bit and then you can top dress and kind of make them look finished. I only top dressed the 3 plants that I'm familiar with. The Dischidia I did not, so I can kind of monitor it. It's also a good idea to do any grooming and any insect inspection before you take them inside. Now I know, you know, I'm getting these plants down from my parents' garden center and they are really monitored heavily. Like they're looked at every single day and they're groomed a lot. So I didn't have to pull anything off these plants. There's no insects, but it's definitely something to think about. You can even pre-treat plants if you want. You can do like a preventative spray even with like, I don't know, something organic, insecticidal soap or some kind of neem or something like that if you wanted to, just to cover your bases. But it's just a good idea to be mindful of that. Russell, you are so naughty. Naughty kitty. Oh, sharpening those claws. Russell. And this is what I use to top dress the containers. And it comes out in sheets and it's usually like a really bright green, but I kind of like to break it up a little bit so I can see some of the underside that's more brown instead of just having like a sheet of green around an already green plant. And then I've got a little collection of saucers. Unfortunately, all the gray ones don't have saucers that match, so I'm gonna have to use clear for now. But I'm gonna be on the search for some decorative, like, it's fun to find some saucers, like from a teacup and saucer set at antique stores or thrift stores, and use those as saucers instead of these plastic ones. But that's just something that'll have to come with time because I don't have anything right now on hand. But these will work. They'll protect my dresser. All right, I'm gonna load these up in my box and take them inside. I think that that turned out really pretty. It just brought some life and some fresh growth into this room. This terrarium right here, I've got a Haworthia, a cactus, and an astrophytum in there. I think I put it together in a video a long time ago. And it's been living on this table in this spot since I did that video or did the project. And it's been really happy, which makes me think that these plants will also be very happy in this spot. So it doesn't look particularly bright at the moment, and that's just because we have a door that leads out to our balcony, but I have the blinds shut because it was casting quite a lot of brightness in this room and it was making it a little bit hard to see. It doesn't cast the light directly on this table though. It kind of passes it right by, which is perfect. It's just bright indirect light for these plants. And then I will come through later as I find some more decorative saucers, and I'll replace this one, that one, which you don't even really notice them too much. And then I just used a terracotta one that was already in this cloche right here. It doesn't look awesome, but not bad. Really fun project. And I think that that is going to be it for today's video. Doing projects like this always kind of makes me realize like, oh, it's really quite easy to run and grab a few plants and make a spot look just so much better. So it makes me like, I'm already thinking of new spots in the house where I could do more of that, just to bring in some green and some freshness and just kind of that feeling of spring that I'm craving so much. However, like I'm standing out on the balcony right now, you can see the Versailles garden right below me. It's a beautiful day. Give you a little look here. You can see the new property up front. There's still snow in the shady spots, but that is what it's looking like right now. And it's fairly warm. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.